Hey, hey, hey! Rosalind is awesome! Rosalind is awesome! Hey, hey, hey! Rosalind is awesome! Rosalind is awesome!
Well, hello, all of you fun, ladies and gentlemen. How are you today? I hope everyone's doing well. Give me 1 second here, just adjusting a few things, getting everything ready. Here we go. Well, let's see who's all here. There's so many already. Tracy Spencer's here. Clark Stark. Heidi is here. Hi, Heidi. How are you? Angela. Silverheart. Maria P. How are you? Wishful She-Devil. TK. Big Certification. Leona. Fru. How are you, Fru? Jerry Schneider. MQ. Crusty Witch. Miyagi, how are you, dear? Love you. How are you, my wifey? Jerry, if I didn't mention, Liz Barnes. Whimsical Chaos. How are you, Mr. Landfill Debbie Burns? How are you, Frankie, Julie Rawls? Sandy, Nancy, Lisa, Rats. I love Myrtle Beach. Billy Joe, Jim Bob Dupree. Hello, how are you? Screenshot this, my 4 sons, Cynthia, Cindy, Claude. Philip Kraft, good morning. Kim Colson, Amophia Rose. Oh, look at that. Some Pete Bear and Bear. Bring it, Sir J, our amazing Pure King. Thank you for the tune. Thank you. Kitty Pants is here. Thank you so much, Pete Bear and Bear. Hi, Blake and Ninja Puppy and Linda Lou and T. Dennison and Denise Richard. Garrett, Salty Dog. How are you? Cubby Cat's here. Boy, what a show last night. That the Fleabags put on. It was a good show. Good times. Apparently, hey, Kentucky Blue is here. Bonecrusher's back. Jarana's here. Queen B, hey, what's up? Yuli. David Green, look at all of you wonderful people falling in. 107 here already for an impromptu Monday morning stream. I do this occasionally. If I do, it's usually set up at the last moment. Hi, Peculiar, Amy C, Photo Lady, Lady T. Good morning. Oh, Sarasota Beach Bomb. Good morning. It's chilly here today. It's chilly here in the Big O. They call it the Big O. It's chilly this morning. Hi, Kim Dodds. How are you? It's hip to be pair. Before I go too crazy, because just J-Hip, you know what just J-Hip does. Well, disclaimer, this channel provides parody, entertainment, and educational content. All opinions, commentary, and statements expressed by host, co-host, and chat are speculative, satirical, or sourced from publicly available information on the internet and should not be taken as fact. We aim to spark laughter, discussion, not to defame or harm. Content created for fair use and free speech principles intended to entertain and inform while we navigate the world of adulting. So don't come at us, people. That's what Star usually says. That's what Star says. But she's not here today. Good morning, wonderful people. Good morning, Sister So. Thank you for the 5. Thank you so much, Sister So. Thank you so much for the 5, Sister So. That's amazing. Official Muse Enabler. Mark Umpton, Queen Bee, Audio Coffee. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Yvonne Mother's here. Shelly Huckabee is here. How are you? Itty bitty, yabba dabba doo. MS Coast Live. Okay, oh, yes, you did. You sent me a video. Yes, I remember that. Diane Chase is here. Diane Chase. Yeah, a little chilly here, too. A little chilly. It's that time of year. See Muck. See Muck, I'm here. Jay. LRG is here. Be gentle with me. It's my first time. Oh, LRG says... LRG. I like that name. Be gentle with me. It's my first time. Hi, Candy Girl. Is this your first time here, Allergy? Oh, no. Well, congratulations. Thank you for being here. Texas Sirens here. How are you? Oh, we'll get into this a little bit. No, Ray Bonecrusher made his return last night to the Fleabag show. He's been in their chat, of course. He's been in their chat for quite some time. But he made his big return last night, and he had wonderful advice for the Fleabag. Actually had wonderful advice for all of them. It didn't seem like it took off well. Oh, wait, hang on. Shelly Huckabee says, Jack, could do some prayers. I hit a deer on the way home from our vacation last night. It was awful. First time I've ever hit anything. Oh, my goodness. Prayers for you, Shelly Huckabee. I hope you're all right. I hope your vehicle's all right. Wait, did you hit a deer in a vehicle, or did you just punch a deer? That's 2 different things, Shelly. Hold on. So Shelly's out there just punching deers? Let's assume it was in her car. All right, Shelly, we're going to pray for you. We're going to assume it's in your car because, quite frankly, if you're out there's punching deers in the mouth, I don't know about that. Shelly. Praise for Shelly. Oh, it was her son's car. Okay, if she was in a vehicle, she's not just out there in the forest punching deers. Okay, so at least it was in a car. Okay, we're there. Oh, we'll be praying for you, Shelly. We'll be praying for you. Hi, Black Dragon Lady and Shane. Red Dog Thompson. Oh, funny. Sarasota says, oh, dear. Oh, dear. You know, I did hit a deer once. I hit a deer. I was driving down the street. I might have told this story before, but if so, well, you'll have to deal with it again. I was driving down the street. All right, down the highway, and this deer ran across the street, a whole herd of them, or a grouping of them, or whatever, a gaggle of deer. Hi, Sarasota Beach Bum. And, oh, hi, Ralph Frommel. Ralph Frommel's here. But yeah, I was driving down, and this, I hit a baby deer, or well, it was a smaller deer. It wasn't a huge deer, it was a smaller deer, but I slowed down enough that its butt print was left in my car. Of course, it ran off afterwards. You know, it was a quick little bump, and then it ran off, but it dented. I had a deer butt in the hood of my car. But the thing, hi, Fletcher boy, the thing that was upsetting about this was the deers weren't even crossing in a designated deer crossing area. They were outside of the deer crossing area. I mean, so whose fault is that really? I mean, they didn't even have insurance. Yeah, I hit Bandy. Yeah, they didn't even have insurance or nothing. They didn't even stop. It was a hit and run. It was a hit and run, I say. Hi, Melanie. How are you from the UK? Hi, Chet the Jet. Yeah, it was a hit and run. outside of the normal deer zone of crossing. It was terrible, and I made a report to the city and to the police. It's like, listen, you got deer over here just running wild, doing whatever they want to do, and it was not nice, and they weren't even in the right zone. They were running, deer running, deer crossing. Well, very rude, very rude. Hi, Cynthia. How are you? Jaywalking deer. Yeah, they were jaywalking deer. I felt abused. I felt abused. The deer hit you, Clark. Yeah, that's what happened to me. The deer basically hit me. Yeah, this is not a nice deer. Hi, Miyagi. How are you? Hi, Miyagi. Bear Killer, if you enjoyed Jay's deer story, applaud, please. Yeah, I'm going to sue him. I'll sue him. Like Fleabag. Sister Cell gifted 20 just to hit membership. Thank you, Sister Cell. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Sister Cell. If you get one of those, thanks, Sister Cell. And remember, Sister Cell works hard for her money. So thanks, Sister Cell. And remember, just a loser clown show over here. Now, I was watching the show last night, and I'll say this. For the second time in a row, once again, thank you, Sister Cell. I do appreciate it so much. Little impromptu pop on this morning, but I was watching the show, and Starcasm was mentioned on Jeremy's show last night because Jeremy is mailing, good morning, Janice, is mailing a banana to Star for her to sign so she can get her autograph on it, and I believe now a pickle as well. And now Fleabag says, well, Starcasm, I guess you can thank me for making you famous. You thank me. You're welcome for that. Didn't we debunk this on Saturday or Wednesday or whatever? I thought we already did this deal. All right? I thought we already did. Why is it that every time something happens in the world, Fleabag has to be responsible for it? All right? She has to be like, nope, that was me. It's all me. If it wasn't for me, wouldn't have happened. It seems to me somebody needs to vet their stuff. That's what I would say. They never vet anything. They say they do, but they don't. Yeah, they can't make more than $10 in 13 hours. I've done better than that already on an impromptu stream. So, but you know what I think has happened here? This is what I think has happened. I think they're just really, really jealous of Star. Because, Star's over on Rosalind's channel. She's been on a cooking stream with Megan Fox and with Brad, Ichigoti Brad. She was a moderator for Omar's channel, the Tilted Lawyer. All right, she's been everywhere. She's been on Omar's show. All right, she's been everywhere. What do they want out of her? All right, not only that, but she's a co-host on a channel that's far bigger than the Fleabag show. Thank you, by the way, all you wonderful people. I have to do the little digs. I have to do the digs. It's my job. Thank you, Tug. And thank you, all of you wonderful people, for the push. I appreciate it. You know what? I think we're only like 64 people away. We can't dig up 64 people to get to 4,000 subscribers. 4,000 subscribers. We just need 64. We're almost there. But the Fleabag, apparently Star has to be completely thankful to her because she was completely irrelevant until Fleabag said her name one time. And then all of a sudden, Jeremy brings her up on a regular basis now 2 weeks in a row. Actually, dummy, Thanks, big notification. Hit the like button. Thank you. I appreciate that. What losers aren't subscribed to Just JFC Max says? I don't know. I don't know. But yes, apparently she owes Fleabag some sort of, thank you for making her relevant. Ralph licked the button. Ralph, gee, I hope you cleaned it first. Oh no. Wait, did it still have some chicken skin on it left over from the Fleabag show? Now, she was chomping down and eating last night. She was chomping down and eating. And then, of course, after that, hi, Ann, Abby, how are you? Ray Bonecrusher was on. Now, this is what I found interesting about Bonecrusher. He made them a very good suggestion. And he told them what they should all do is not talk about Jeremy or anyone else or the case for 30 days and watch everyone disappear because we won't have anything to talk about. That's what he said. Now, Fleabag agreed with this. She said, you know what I'm going to do? Hi, Serrano. She said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop talking about it except on Sunday Spunday. Just Sunday Spunday, or if something major comes up. Have we heard that before? I feel like we've heard that before. Hi, Candy Girl. Yes, they can't do it. So we'll see tonight when Fleabag goes on. I'm sure she'll probably be talking about something brand new. You know what she could do? She could talk about the guardianships with, lips or something. That show was a banger. They could bring on Vomit to talk about Dirk Lee Cordell Smith. That was a banger. That was pretty good. They could go on. They could talk about something else. Yeah, those were bangers. They can't do it. I was going to make a critique on there, but got too wasted. We'll make it in my morning. And then I was going to add, they were so mad at Miyagi last night. Oh, Miyagi, you're in trouble, my wife. You're in trouble. And this is the other thing that sucks that they lie about. They claim that Miyagi's in like another country. We got married, you dummies. Have we not made that very clear? We got married, dummies. Over and over and over again, I've made this very clear that Miyagi and I got married, and now they claim she's in a different country. She's right here. She's right here. Just saying. Just saying. Hi, Malcolm W. By the way, we will have members only tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, we will have it. Well, yeah, that's the thing, Peculiar. You're B, and Miyagi, she's a liar. She's a big-time liar because what Miyagi did was she asked about her banner and apparently had some sort of beef with Thomas. I'm being honest with you. I don't even know who Thomas is, man. I'm sorry. I don't know. Thomas. I don't know. But, Thomas is out there. I don't know. Guy, I guess. I had beef with Thomas. Yeah. I don't know. Just some dude. I don't know. Maybe he's in the case. I don't know. I haven't gotten that far. All right. I don't even know who George is. No, I do know who George is. I'm beyond that. All right. Now, Ray Bonecrusher said last night. Now, this was important. Ray Bonecrusher said that you know a person by the character that they present. For instance, with Randy Pocket Rocket Shocket. All right, let's keep in mind. With Randy, Look at the stuff he's been convicted of. Clearly not a good guy. This is what they said. That's what they said. Clearly a bad guy. Then, of course, we have to also mention he also then stopped and paused to say hi to Ray in the chat. Ray, Dick Lickman's in the chat. Or not Ray, yeah. Dick Lickman's in the chat. He had to stop to be like, there's Dick Lickman right there. He's a good guy. Good guy, that Dick Lickman, Dick Lickman, good guy. Good guy. Thomas looks like Fleesa, but with teeth, says Patrick. Norma says, you don't want to know. I don't want to know. Fallen Hero, member for 5 months. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Fallen Hero, member for 5 months. I appreciate it. I'm surprised that this guy who went on this tirade last night, he went on this tirade about, being better than everyone else. But now still apparently Dick Lickman's his buddy, who's so smart, and he's showing the judge that this is a clown show. Well, I mean, there's one person here that's a clown show, and that would be Dick Lickman. Actually, their whole side is a clown show. But no, apparently Dick Lickman's a good guy. He's funny, really smart, and, Jeremy's afraid of him. Good morning, Johanna. How are you? How are you, Johanna? I'm glad to see you. Hi, Peggy. How are you? I tell you, that guy's starting to bother me. I'm starting to think he's not okay in the head, that Bonecrusher guy. Because Bonecrusher, he seems to think that this Dick Lickman's okay, but Randy Pocket Rocket Shocket or whatever they call him, I don't know, he's not okay. Guess? I'll see you later, Lindy. I'll see you later. I saw that too. I was just going to get to that, Lady T. Now, Slobby said that, Jeremy's never seen Dick Lickman in person. And if he had, he would know that Dick Lickman is not fat. He's not fat. I'm sorry, I saw that guy twerking on a dresser or something, and it was quite unsightly. And I saw the moves flying. I'm going to be honest with you. I disagree. I think he's fat. I don't need to see him in person. I've seen him on his own video or on your guys' stream. He's fat and obese. Yes. Hey, Ozzy Lee is here. Ozzy. Oi. Yeah. Yeah, the camera just adds 100 pounds. So he ate 11 cameras. What's going on there? ABC. Kathy Davis is late. Oh, Kathy, congratulations. Kathy Davis is late. We have another little one on the way. Congratulations. Congratulations to Kathy. Thank you for being here, even though you're late. Oh, that's wonderful to hear. Hi, Happy. How are you? Yeah, he might have dementia. I don't know. This isn't good. He's horizontally challenged. Yeah, let's see. Hi, Denise White. Good morning. How are you? He's bigger than Fleesa. Maybe. I don't know. Hi, Denise. How are you? Denise White. He might be. I don't know. It's a toss-up. Jim says, I've been a lurker for a while. I love your show. Stars the Bob. Oh, and I know what runses are. I learned to make them from scratch. I'm incredibly horrible at it, though. My mom makes delicious runses. Delicious runses over here. Delicious. She makes them once a year for my birthday, except for this year because They haven't even celebrated my birthday yet. Still, she's like, I'll email you, I'll message you when we're not so busy. I'm like, well, waiting. I mean, it's been 27 days, Mom. Still waiting. Yeah. Just saying. Hi, Valor View News. How are you? Just saying. It's that simple. Now, Ray's come to a lot of conclusions here last night. Ray came to a lot of conclusions, and I'll give you a flea cap later. Now, remember, if you're expecting a lot of sound effects and all of that, guess what? Probably not going to get it. I'm here by myself. I can only do so much, all right? Relax yourselves, okay? We'll do the best we can. And Patrick, your shows are always amazing. It's amazing to see you succeed as the Fleabags fell. Thank you. Hi, Chris and LOL and Marilyn Leos. Glad to wake up to you. I'm glad you woke up to me too. I'm glad too. I don't always do a Monday stream, but you know what? Today, at time. Well, I tell you what, Valor, maybe the next time I have, like, a star here, I'll have time to open up my actual stream or something, and I can help you out there, Valor. I can help you out. I can't do it right this second, though, Valor, but maybe after the stream's over, I'll pop over. I'm not in my own stream right now. I'm only on StreamYard. I can't do it from here. But very, very good point, Valor. Very good point. But yeah, now, Fleabag said some other amazing stuff last night, though. Just out of curiosity, how many of you think they're going to take 30 days off? Now, I know Fleabag said she's only going to do Sunday, Spunday, or if something comes up that she has to defend herself with. So those are the only two things that she's going to do. If it's something comes up relating to her, or just Sunday, Spunday, outside of that, she's not going to talk about Meg Fox or Tug or any of the minions, these little channels that are nobody's and irrelevant. She's not going to talk to any of them about any of them. She wants to do other stuff, play games, and get back to having fun. She's going to have some fun over there, some fun. Be honest with you, I'm just going to ask, have any of you had fun on the Fleabag show before? I don't remember ever having. I mean, I've had fun over there watching, with a friend and mocking and making fun of them because, they're not very good. But Miyagi says, Val, you got to marry him in order to get a ranch. Feel free. Just said, no, Miyagi, no. I'm hanging with my Miyagi. Miyagi, she was talking about your banner last night. In all fairness to Fleabag, all right, this is in all fairness. She had to put grommets on them. Don't you understand, Miyagi? Grommets. That can't happen overnight. It's been like not even a year yet. It's been like 9 months at best. All right? 9 months at best. Hi, Bunsen. How are you? Just to me 23. Good morning. Yeah, it's been like 9 months at best, Miyagi. Why are you so impatient? Peculiar says, I didn't have to marry anybody, Miyagi. Yeah, I suckered her in. With a wrench. No. Hey, Ketchup's here. Good morning, Ketchup. How are you? If you want a link, Ketchup, I can send you a link if you want one. Otherwise, no big deal. Let me know. Well, that's the thing that they said. Screenshot this. Putting on grommets is very, very tedious. Very tedious. Takes a long time. You got to get special equipment. All right, and then you got to get the grommets. So those are expensive. Just saying, those are expensive. You get the machinery and the grommets, and see they had a grommet machiney thingy, and then it broke down with one of the banners in it, and then they had to take out an entire it almost destroyed a banner, so they had to take apart the grommet machine to get the banner out, and then it's gonna then just saying. Let me see. Maybe I can send over Ketchup a link. I don't know if I can. Let me see. I don't know if she wants it. She might be busy. We'll copy that. And I'll send that over to Ketchup. Lisa Hans. Link. All right, there you go. Someone over there. Someone over to Ketchup if she wants in. Hey, Nick D's here. I just saw Nick D went by. Wally's here. Hi, Wally. How are you? Lisa Rats. How are you? Bingo Brute. 201 of you fine folks here. 201 of you. 201 of you. Hopefully nailing that likey button. Then Julie Pippin's here. Miyagi, can you tell me what they did to you? I missed it. Well, I can tell you what they did to her. She asked questions. These people, keep in mind, Miyagi spent $1,500, is my understanding. I could be off. I believe $1,500 on a banner for herself, Super Dave, maybe a lawyer for Elemental P that they ended up getting a bankruptcy lawyer for, and then they needed and probably some super chats and some other stuff. I don't know. All I know is she gave money. Well, I don't know if it's $1,500, Miyagi. I said I didn't know. I thought it was maybe around there. I don't know, somewhere. You tell me. You're in the chat. You tell me. But she gave money. I don't want to tell any tales at a school. I'm just saying some money, maybe $1,000, $900. $54,000. I don't know. Now, they claim that they're going to give the banner to John, and John's going to put up the banner. Chances we see that happen. Ever. Now, one thing I know is I think what they need to do is have a fundraiser for a new grommet machine so they can make the grommets happen faster. I'll join if you don't mind that I'm walking. Sorry if I missed anyone saying hello. There's no rush, Ketchup. Whenever you're ready, you can do it when you get home or whatever. There's no rush. But yeah, no, she said that Miyagi, she was asking too many questions and being rude was the thing that happened. Miyagi was rude. Very, very rude. Lisa's a lion bee. She has both of us beat. Or she has them both beat. Just said. A Wallace and Gromit machine. The banner was with the memorial there. R.I.P. at the bottom of the Pacific. Oh no. It's terrible. It's terrible what happened to that banner. Damn you, Miyagi. And now Miyagi's making all these terrible videos about them, right? Let's see. Fleisa said Miyagi gave $900 to Bruce for Lynette's defense. She didn't give it to Fleisa? Maybe. I don't know. I wasn't there. Miyagi would have to tell us. I don't know. Wasn't there. I don't even care. The point is, they took these people's money, and now last night, what Fleabag said that was amazing is she said she's done all the projects, right? We'll go through them again, apparently. Christmas. Harley, Jarley, Christmas, or whatever it is. Memorial that nobody's ever seen. You can't see it. That's private, family stuff. Whether or not it exists or doesn't exist, private, family stuff. We just took your money. All right. Then you got this quilt thing or whatever it was. The Afghan. All right. Someone made $2,000, but she couldn't take that $2,000 for memorial because the memorial has already been paid for. So she couldn't do that, in a good faith basis because memorial had been paid for. So that's why she couldn't take $2,000. So she didn't know where it went, but she didn't get $2,000 because it would have gone towards a memorial that had already been paid for, and that wouldn't work. Okay? Because she wants to be upfront and honest with everybody. I mean, except for the total amount of money and, where the memorial is and if it was ever purchased and what it looks like and anything along those lines. I'll take a look at that, Valor, in a second. Take a look at that in just a little bit here. I'm going to share Miyagi's video from yesterday first, but yeah, I'll take a look at that and pull that up. Hi, Crystal Thomas. How are you? 211 of you here. 211 likes. And once again, only 64 fine folks from reaching 4,000 subscribers. Thank you to all of you. So Miyagi sucks. She had a beef with Thomas, and then also Thomas, he's coming back around, but he kind of sucked for a bit, and then Peculiar flipped. All right, and also that's one of the things. Now, Stacey Nat didn't say much last night, but you know what she did say? Miyagi's flipper, a flipper. Can't be a flipper. You can't change your mind. You can't go, After spending a lot of time over here, I'm starting to think this might not be the side I want to be on. These people are starting to feel weird and maybe like they're taking advantage of a situation. Now, of course, let's remember, Bonecrusher came on last night. Bonecrusher made it very clear, if you're attacking a mother, all right, who can't, is struggling as is, then you're attacking a child. All right, so you should never attack a mother. Oh no, Allie Riddle's late. Congratulations, Allie Riddle. We have another little one on the way. Is it mine, Allie? Allie, is it mine? Oh my goodness. Thank you. Hi, Mary Smith, lurking. I'll check it in a bit, Valor. Give me a little bit here. I want to get through the highlights here of the big show last night. So then you got Ray. He's out there saying that anyone who's not on their side is attacking a child and taking food out of her mouth. So this is my understanding now. L. Henderson's late too. Of course, L. That's your second time in a week. Oh, no. Says Jay, you dog. Miyagi's going, wait, Allie Riddle's late because JJ? No, wait, what? Lots of action for L. Henderson. Lots of action over there. Ketchup says I'm a hoe. Well, but so according to Ray's logic, now this is Ray's logic here. All right. If you're a terrible person, you do terrible things. If you have a child and you're poor, Nobody can do anything for you or defend themselves. They have to just go, well, that's that. Poor people without, with the child can't, just got to suck it up and take it. Just got to suck it up and take it. And then we had other issues go on. A couple days ago. Apparently, Yamaha Banker has a problem with Just J Hip because I ruined his childhood. This Yamaha Banker guy, supposed to be a friend, supposed to be a friendly, and this Yamaha Banker goes over on Shizzy's show, and he was like, screw this Just J Hip guy, sharing his, Playboy video or photos of himself ruining my childhood. You got this Yamaha Banker guy giving Just J Hip some crap over there. I don't know if you saw it. Over on Shizzy's show a couple days ago. But this Yamaha guy, I'm going to tell you this. He said he's going to write a scathing letter about me or something about me. This Yamaha Banker. He says he's going to do this to me? I just showed my just part of my catalog for my calendar, and he's very upset about it. And I couldn't figure out why, because I was like, hey, Yamaha, I was just showing some stuff, I mean, it wasn't like huge or anything. It wasn't too revealing. But kind of. I mean, a little. But I think what he got most upset about was this one here. Because I think what happened was he saw that I had pear nipples. My nipples were pear. Everyone could see them. They weren't covered up with, little tassels or something. I mean, my nipples were pear. I had pear nipples. It wasn't just the shoulder. It was the nipples. It was the pear nipples. I should have covered them up. Oh, no. Well, I apologize, Yamaha. Oh, yeah, he cursed me out something awful over on Shizzy's show on Saturday. I think it was Saturday night. Yeah, Saturday night. Go check it out over on Shizzy's show. But yeah, Yamaha Biker. Very, very upset. Because I had pear nipples. Jerry says women are swooning everywhere, Jay. Yes, Patrick. Apparently. Yeah, he was mad because I didn't have pasties covering up my pear nipples. I look so green. I'm not pointing them out, Gracia Roberts. I'm not pointing them out. But yes, my nipples were very pear. Very pear. I was exposed. Well, this was the outfit that Rugu Mama picked out for me. That's what she picked out for me. I gave it a try. Wishful She-Devil says, I feel faint. I can't glow up. But yeah, Yamaha Banker. Very, very upset. It's just jam. Oh, man. This isn't that 70s show. Shave that. Oh, no. That Yamaha Banker. I tell you. Go check out his channel. If someone has, I got a story to tell. Someone's got a link. If you could pop that in there, I'd appreciate it. I don't know if I have Mini mods here. Man, I got Peculiar and Miyagi here, but I don't know if they have his link available. But if anyone has his link, if you grab that, or Ketchup, if you're, or Lady T, if you have his link, if you would drop that in the chat, even though, over on Shizzy said, go give Jay a like, or go give him a sub. And you know what he said? He said, F that guy. I freaking unsubbed to him. I unsubbed to him. He's terrible. He ruined my childhood in one foul swoop. So Tracy, is that giving me an invitation? I thought it would. I was getting excited. Thread and needles here, just lurking. It's yet still more attractive than Tori in a corset. What do I got to do that too? What do I got to do that too? I've already done that. Thank you very much, Ketchup. I appreciate it. Yeah, so he was all offended by these wonderful, wonderful calendar shoots that we did. And now he's very upset about it. I'm just kidding. I love the banker. He's wonderful. Yamaha biker. I love him. He's wonderful. He's very funny. Which stream did she run her mouth for 5 hours for? Wait. Was that on Saturday afternoon stream? I didn't catch much of that. It wasn't very exciting. I was like, meh, a little bit. Thank you, Miyagi. I appreciate it. I have a story. Go check out Yamaha. He's wonderful. Give him a like. Give him a sub. What the hell? It doesn't cost you anything to sub. Oh, yeah. Peculiar. I caught bits and pieces of it, but I was not excited about it at all. I mean, honestly, I scrolled forward here and there, caught little bits, and then I was like, meh, that's a boring one. Yes, Peculiar. It was so boring. It is the most boring show ever. If they're not talking about Jeremy Hales. Now, I have stuff to talk about. All right? I do entire streams of stuff that's not what the hell's. I generally do what the hell's twice a week when I cover the dummies. All right? Because they say dumb things. Stop saying dumb things. Hey, Kitty Pants, maybe Yamaha has his own sexy Playboy calendar, and you took the thunder by releasing yours first. Oh, that could be what's happening, Kitty Pants. I took his thunder. Thank you, Kitty Pants. Thank you so much, Kitty Pants. I appreciate it. You know what's funny about that stream, though, on Saturday afternoon and Friday night? Thank you once again, Kitty Pants. I do appreciate it. On Friday night, Fleabag was over on Mod Squad or something, maybe her own show. I can't remember. Or maybe it was Thursday. I can't remember. I think it was Friday night. I can't remember where she was, but she's like, stuff just came across my screen, and I'm streaming tomorrow. I'm going to stream tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, which was 2 my time. 3 o'clock. Stuff just came across my screen. What stuff came across your screen? Boringness? That's all I could see. The show sucked. She'd put on a show, and she put on a disaster of sadness. It was terrible. Let's see what Miyagi's video has, though. We'll go to Miyagi's first, then we'll go check out Valor. Let's go to Miyagi's first here, because I already had it queued up. Oh, wait. Volume's up. Hit play. 4 minutes here. We got 4 minutes of Miyagi. Sit tight here, kids.
They were on a crusade to tear things down, spreading the hate all over town. No one was safe when they came around. They were on a crusade to tear things down and to take the money.
Okay, so apparently satire, it isn't funny. Okay, but when Fleecer does it, it is real satire. It is real satire. Just saying. Alright, but when others try and do satire, no, that's not satire. Sounds a little bit hypocritical to me, Fleecer. Considering just the day before, she stated, and I quote, "You won't hear me mock others." Bullshit. No, you just do it on a constant basis. You're so used to it, you don't realise you're doing it, Fleecer. You're forever mocking others, hence the reason people mock you back. So, today I have a collection of real satire. Just saying, just saying. Let's see if we can guess who these images are, shall we? Real satire, just saying. Alright, let's play the guessing game. Enjoy, people.
Lisa and Tahoe got the talk begun. BBB came along, brought the wicked ones. Lickman and Dark Touch came to do no good. Lippy joined too, like we knew she would. They rode in the night with a heart so cold. Their mission was clear, let the truth be told. They were on a crusade to tear things down, spreading the hate all over town. No one was safe when they came around. They were on a crusade to tear things down and to take the money. Whispers and lies were their sharpest knives, cutting so deep, stealing many lives. Now, even the past in a broken glass. They rode in the night with a heart so cold. Their mission was clear, let the truth be told. They were on a crusade to tear things down, spreading the hate all over town. Oh, one was safe when they came around. They were on a crusade to tear things down. They were on a crusade to tear names down. They were on a crusade.
Ah! I almost hit the replay. Well, that was pretty good, Miyagi. I'll tell you this much, though. You're not as good as Mo Tragic. Mo Tragic. You're not as good as her. Oh, no, just saying. You know what I like, though? I like the fact, and that was great, Miyagi. That was great. That was wonderful. I love the music, and I love the idea. Now, the thing is, though, hey, Sarcastic's here. Hi, how are you, Sarcastic? I like the idea that apparently Mo Magic is so amazing that she can make terrible videos of disgusting stuff. And, well, that makes her better than everyone else. Remember, no unicorns were harmed in the making of that song. Yes, thank you, Patrick. Very true. Now, I wanted to get to something important. Because once again last night, hang on one second. Once again last night, they brought up lips again. Hey, your old fat dad's here. I am late in listening in double speed. Jay never sounded better. Yeah, the listening in double speed. Hey, good morning, Rugo. How are you? Hi, Rugo Mama's here. How are you, Rogue? Now, one thing I wanted to say. If we wanted to track back in time, which I like to do, I like to track back in time a little bit. Let's look at where things started and began and ended, and where, well, not ended, but where things have gone over on the anti-health ecosystem. Let's take a little peek at that. All right, so you have the flea bags, and then they bring in the old Bonecrusher, and then they bring in Dick Lickman and Vomit, and then they bring in, I don't know, whoever else, Robbie, Slobby's brought in. Then they bring in, we got Super Dave's in there. We got Super Dave. Rogue woke up to pear nips. Yeah, well, my nips were completely pear, Rogue. You weren't supposed to share that one where my nips were completely pear. Everyone could see them. But this is the funny thing, though. They kept adding on new characters, right? You had Bruce Madskin at the front of it, right? And he kept adding on new characters. You had Dick Lickman, and now we have Richard A. Luthman Sr. himself filing disgusting, awful filings as a complete garbage human being. This disgusting filth from Richard A. Luthman Sr., who's a complete piece of garbage, but, now he's filing stuff. Oh, boy. He's a terrible human being, that Richard A. Luthman Sr. Hey, Kitty Pants says, holy F, Miyagi went all in. Thank you, Kitty Pants. Thank you for the tune. Thank you so much. Rogue says, if I had to see it, you all had to. Rogue Mama, it's never Jay's fault. Just saying. I always defend my friends. Honestly, I always defend my friends. But no. Thank you, Miyagi. That was wonderful. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hold on. I don't know. Liz, what's going on with Liz? Somebody says something's going on with Liz? Did I miss something? Just I don't know. Okay, I might miss something. Hey, Bridget Duffy, how are you? Hope everything's well with Liz. I don't know. Am I missed something? But anyways, then they kept on bringing in all these new characters, right? Now, we knew when Vomit was added, things were going bad. All right? Even Megan Fox told Vomit, Bruce Madskin's using you to get to me. Don't do an interview with this guy. He's threatening to sue me every day. He's like, no, we're talking about mac and cheese. And she's like, no, that's not what he's trying to do. No, we're talking about mac and cheese with Super Dave. And then she's like, I can't be friends with someone who's going to interview someone who's threatening to sue me every day. I can't be friends with you. I'm sorry. And then he's like, Megan Fox is an ethical, my former best friend, and we're going to find out who's the bad friend in 114 years. So then he said that. Hi, Lurking Meoth. How are you? So, no, Then that happened. Then they brought in the character, the one character that destroyed everything. And they brought her up last night, but I will bring her up today. Oh, of course I will. The one character that brought down the ecosystem, finally, the anti-Germinals ecosystem once and for all. Lips. Lips was the end-all, end-all. See, even someone like Peculiar was still kind of in at one point. But then they brought in Lips. And even Peculiar said, no. This person's an idiot. And then they were like, Peculiar, don't be mean to Lips. She's not an idiot. She's ADA protected. That's what they said. That's what they said. Just said. They did not expect what was going to happen with Lips was going to happen. They thought another credible former lawyer. Another credible former lawyer. How'd that work out? Well, we know that, Miyagi, but in her idiotic brain, she still thinks she's ADA protected. No, she's an idiot. All right, she's a dummy. She's so dumb that when she sued me, I never read my court documents. I told that to Tug. He's like, dude, did you read what's in here? And I said, no, I haven't looked at it yet. I haven't even opened it. He's like, but what's your lawsuit? And I was like, I was like, I'm sure you guys will read it to me. I don't need to read it. Why would I need to read it? And then Rugu has Mark Randazza, a wonderful lawyer, contact me, a big-time lawyer, contact me. And he's reading it. He asked me, he's like, so Jay, do you got a copy of the lawsuit? And I said, no, I don't. I said, maybe Rogue does. I said, I don't know if I even have a copy of it pulled up. He's like, well, hang on, let me see. And then he's like, oh yeah, Rogue sent me one. I'll have to look, Miyagi, and see. I'll look for your 10-second short. I'll take a look for it. Hang on. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, I see. Oh, yeah. I'll get to that one. But this woman ended up becoming so stupid that it became hard even for the other side to defend this amount of stupidity. So much so when Mark Randazza called me, he said, hey, Jay, I'm looking at this lawsuit. Was this written by a lawyer? And I go, yeah, I think so. He's like, well, is she or he okay? Like, is there something wrong with them? Like, they have mental health issues? What's going on here? Because this appears to be written by someone completely stupid. And I said, I don't know. I haven't read it. And he goes, but you do know she's already lost her case right at the moment she filed it. She already lost. And I said, what do you mean? He said, well, she has to give you 5 days to respond before filing a lawsuit. She gave you less than 12 hours. And I was like, oh, I know that. He's like, yes, she already lost. Like, she's an idiot. Or he's an idiot. And I said, well, it's lips and chips. I don't know. And so the minute this dummy started going on their show, all credibility was lost with the flea bags, and everything started to go downhill. You can see after that. Now, I'll be honest with you. Lips is good for YouTube views. If I see Lips on anything with the flea bags, I'm going to go view it because I want to see what stupid thing she'll say next. But then she starts putting on wigs and bodysuits, and she starts doing all these crazy, weird videos and saying stupid, dumb stuff. And everyone was just like, even on that side was like, Yeah, I support the child, but I don't think I can support anything that has anything to do with this lady. She's an idiot. Hi, Marta King. How are you? Then Lips went on and said things like this. The first thing that you do know is you're like supposed to totally file a lawsuit that makes you look like an idiot so people don't know what you're dealing with. Then like totally after that, totally, then be like, wait, you're dealing with a really smart person. So then the second time you make a motion to the court or filing, then people go, oh, wait, she's only semi-stupid, not completely stupid. See, that's when they're like, don't know what they're up against. Like, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, that hurt. That hurt. Hi, Rhea. How are you? Hi, Chucky. It was at that moment just J Hip opened a fresh box of Cracker Jacks, removed his lucky per se law license. It was at that moment when she entered into the case, entered into the anti what the hell's ecosystem there, and brought them all down, with her complete stupidity. Because quite frankly, before Lips came around, there was a chance at a minimal amount of credibility. Like, it was still a stretch. Be patient, Veller. I have a show to do, damn it. I have a show to do, Veller. I'll get there. Be patient. See, I have a show set up here. Veller, stop it. But yes, it was at that moment when Fleesa went from being credible at best, not buying this anymore. And that's when Peculiar got the boot. Peculiar asked a question. All right, Peculiar questioned Lips. And then Peculiar got the boot because she didn't full-heartedly support Dummy here. Didn't support Dummy here. Yeah, I don't miss much. That's right, Peculiar. Peculiar did not fully support Dummy. And therefore, you can't be in the game. No way. No way. Ketchup's here. Hey, Ketchup, how are you? Maybe Ketchup here. Ketchup? Yeah, here, Ketchup. But anyways, Peculiar. Oh,
Sorry.
okay, I can hear you. But yeah, I think this was the problem. So many people hated Lips so much because she was so stupid that it was the downfall. All right, now Fleabag's over there today. All right, still saying that apparently Starcasm owes everything to her for being famous, despite being on a co-host on this show, which is far more popular than her show. It's bigger. We have more subscribers. And quite frankly, I don't mean to brag, but we make a few more bucks over here too. Just saying. All right, but no, these people go and do. These people go into a 4.5 hour stream and make $10. My God, I wouldn't pull myself out of bed to do a stream for 4.5 hours for $10. You know what I would do? Anything else. Anything. I'd get a part-time job. I would dust the counters, something. I don't know. I would do something. But I wouldn't stream for 4.5 hours to make $10. But they do it because they've lost all credibility because of one person. And actually, it was a build-up to this. Bringing Volman on was a mistake. Bringing Dick Lickman on was a mistake. But This was the final blow, right? This here was the massive blow to everything. I mean, I can't think of doing anything worse in my life. Now, one thing I was looking to do here, hey, Brummy, how are you? Is I'm trying, and hey, Hatsune Miku, I'm looking to try and get lips over on my show. I really want to improve my credibility over here. So I was going to try and get Lips and Dick Lickman on the same show and just get a lot of their legal knowledge from the, convicted felon, and then also the, could have been disbarred lawyer, and things about that nature. I was thinking about doing that. Or I'll just have Star on and catch up on other wonderful, wonderful people. That was kind of my plan. Maybe. Now, tomorrow, I do have a 14-hour stream planned for you tomorrow. We're going to start at 8 a.m. and go until 10 p.m. No. My God, folks. There's no way in hell I'm doing a 14-hour stream. Are you kidding me? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'm not doing it. It's funny. This is actually funny, though. The other night, even Stacy was talking about it. She's like, we got 13 hours. She's like, but, I'm running my business. Your business? What freaking business is that? What business are you running? All right? What are you selling a few crummy rocks and then, I don't know. Jerry says 14 hours, Jay. I will not be there. I won't be there either. No. Good morning, Sweet Rage. No. I'm going to do an hour and 45 minute to 2 hour, members only. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, I'm starting a new members only level. All right. This will be upcoming. I got a new one coming up. Now this one's $600 a month. All right. $600 a month for my new members only. All right. You can up a level to the $600 a month level. And with that, what you're going to get is you get like an extra video that I'm going to put out there that I previously deleted. You'll get a previously deleted video that I put out. That sounds pretty good, right? Do I have any takers on this up front? Please. Anyone? It's just $600. I mean, Fleabag's doing $500 over there. Why can't I do $600? I have more subscribers than that. Serena, you're supposed to be all in for this. No, it's a $600 membership to not see me naked. There you go, Perkillier. See? That's how you do it over here. Okay? It's $600 not to see Tori in a corset. Okay? That's the membership. Everyone's saying that's a hard no. Let me ask you a question, though. This is kind of funny. If some sucker actually likes the Fleabag show, all right, or is like a newcomer and thinks they're going to get some like huge insight and spends $500 for her membership, what the living hell is she going to do? You can't give the money back. I mean, you basically just screwed over somebody by even putting it out there. You're stuck with that. You put that out there, and you're stuck with that out there. I mean, seriously. And by the way, folks, I would never do that. Okay? It's a joke. And as she said, it's a joke, people. Ha ha ha. And they're all talking about it. It's just a joke. The problem is the fact that you actually put it out there. Because the minute one sucker falls for this, all right, you've actually screwed over a customer and you're giving you $500 thinking they're going to get something special, and they're not getting anything. All right, they ain't getting shit. All right. So, I mean, that's the one thing I want to see. If somebody, hey, Taz, how are you? Taz, nice to see you. Is if somebody was to fall for this and give her $500 for a membership, boy, I would feel like shit if I put something like that out there and somebody gave me money for a membership and got nothing for it and find out that it's a goddamn joke because they didn't know, just some unsuspecting individual. I mean, I would feel like dirt if I saw somebody spent that money and I didn't have a way to give them back their money, because the minute they buy that membership, all right, YouTube's taking its cut, the government's taking its cut, and you can't do anything about it. You can't give them back their full amount of money. Otherwise, well, that's coming out of your pocket. It's a dumb thing to do. It's stupid. All right. They should make better sense. They should make, she said, she's like, this is all a joke just to make them talk about it. Like she's so goddamn clever. The problem is the minute somebody bites on it and buys one of these memberships, she looks like a complete bee. I'll be honest with you there. That you would get to, please make it. Oh no, Dwayne. Oh no. If you don't get my $600 membership, you're all sure to please make it. No. No. Ketchup, you back?
Can't believe she did that.
Well, she did. I mean, she's
Who's going to sign up for that?
Well, me. I was thinking about it. I mean, there's a good chance I probably will. If I get enough super chats today, I will go and get a membership. No, we can't do it. There's no way I can ever. And she even said, there's nothing on there. She's like, oh, it's one video that everyone's already seen that I took down. Well, why are you attempting to sell it then? Even as a joke. I don't know. I would only me thinking she's going to give special information. Oh, only me, please. Please, only me. Go do it. Hey, Tanja Mackey's here. Hey, Joe, how are you? 261 people here, 261 likes. I would hope. Let's see what Mary Q. Lincoln has to say about the situation. Okay.
A flea hiding a video behind a $500 paywall sounds like desperation to gather back that money you had no right to. The donations were for some people who don't deserve it, but nonetheless, you had no rights to using that money. How did you pay for the vehicle you purchased? You say the law is investigating individuals across the country. I really think they aren't focused on the right frauds in this situation. You used What the Hale storyline to make financial gains, and it is obvious you did it fraudulently.
Well, you got Mary Lincoln's take on it. Thank you to Veller News Parody. There you go. Thank you, Veller. That's Mary Lincoln's view on it. Apparently, she thinks they're frauds over there. Oh, what do you think, Ketchup?
I completely agree.
Okay, I'm starting to think, yeah, it could be right. Let me take a look at one other thing here. Oh, yeah, this one here. Hang on one second.
I think Mary said it perfectly.
Well, Mary's pretty
Jay, what
smart.
did you think about what Ray said last night?
Which part?
About how he was saying that they should stop talking about this stuff pretty much. And only comment on actual court stuff, like if a motion comes out or something.
Oh, you're late to the party here, Ketchup. Already discussed it. Yep. Not gonna
What?
happen. We already took votes here.
Oh no.
Yep, that ain't gonna happen.
You did?
There's no way. Yep. But let's see what we got
Yeah,
here.
I know it's not gonna happen. I didn't know you talked about it already.
I'm ADA protected.
I'm not ADA protected.
Oh no. Popped right into Lauren 90. For goodness sakes. Lauren, sorry. I didn't mean to pop right into your stream there. It was just the thing ended. The thing. Anyways, no, there's no chance in hell that Fleetwood could go even 6 days without talking about Jeremy Hale's Megan Fox. Well, she might be able to go because Megan Fox is out covering Laura Owens right now with Rosie. And I did clear this up with Rosalind the other day. Just J-Hip is still her best friend. She was just messing around with Vomit, but Just J-Hip is still her best friend. Not Megan Fox. I have it on text message.
Right.
I have it on X to prove it that no, she was just playing around with Vomit because she put it in brackets. But no, to be clear, Just J-Hip is still Rosalind Duke's best friend. So just
Are you sure she just didn't want you whining the whole time she was on vacation?
on vacation. It's a working vacation. You know, she's there to cover court case. She's there with Megan Fox to cover court case. And quite frankly, I was invited too, but I couldn't make it because I'm going in January. I'm on the 22nd with Rosalind Duke. All right, because she already talked about it. She said, she's like, Jay, we should share a suite together. That's what she said. Just saying. Just saying.
It looks like she's sharing a suite with Megan.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. I don't know what's going on over there. All I know
Just
is
saying.
I can confirm still best friends. Now that's going on today. I don't know if that's live or not. I'm going to try and watch it later on because I assume it's on the West Coast. So I say it's not going to happen till like what 10, maybe 11 o'clock my time. So we're talking, it's a while off. That's why I felt comfortable going on today 8 because I was like, well, you know, I go over, we can watch I'll do my show because I wanted to cover the morons. And then after that, we'd see what happens after that. But yeah, okay, that was that. I got that covered. Okay, I got that covered. We got that. I got that. Click that. Okay. Did you watch the whole show last night, Ketchup? It's pretty good. I think Ketchup's gone again. Well, it was a good show last night. Pretty good. Ray came out. He had a lot of good ideas. Take 30 days off. And also at the same time, Randy Rockpuck Shockett, he is a horrible person based on, what he's been convicted of already. All right. But by the way, hey, Richard's in the chat. Hey, Richard, how are you? Oh, man, I wish Richard was live with us. He's a good guy. Yeah, he did that. That's our Dick Lickman for it, or that's our Bonecrusher for us. Completely the Jesus guy. He's the complete Jesus guy, loves everyone, be a good Christian, then follow, I don't know, him. I don't know. I don't know. You pear-shaped weirdo, no. It's not live streamed, apparently. No cameras in the courtroom. Weirdo. All right, Yamaha. Well, we'll probably get some updates. From them. We'll probably figure out what happened. But I'm glad that they're covering it as journalists. Same as me, a journalist. Being all journalistic king and all the stuff. Isn't the trial tomorrow in San Fran? I don't know. I thought it was today. I thought that's why they went there on Sunday to be there today for the trial. I'm not 100% sure. I suppose I could call Rosalind, but she's probably asleep because they're on the Westy Coasty time or something. So it's probably still early there. I don't know. It's either today, maybe it's tomorrow. Oh, she filed it late Friday, so it's yet to be ruled on. Okay, so now I see that. Well, we'll see. Oh, the trial's tomorrow now, says Recall. Trial's now tomorrow. No, well, we'll hold out for that. We'll hold out and see what's happening. We'll see what happens to the dummy. But I will be there in January should the trial go through with the Clayton Eckert deal or with her purgatory, or what do you call that? When you commit purgatory? I think she committed purgatory, and so she's in big time trouble. And then we'll see how that goes in January. I will be there with Rosalind Duke, my bestest of friends. Destroyer of Dreams, Fantasy Flattener. Oh, I have a bone to pick with thee, says Yamaha. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're going to have his purgatory. I have a question, though. It's perjury. It's perjury. Perjury. It's like a cat. It's like perjury. Perjury. Purgatory. Oh, Yamaha, I saw you over on Shizzy's stream on Saturday night, Yamaha. I saw Shizzy was trying to give me a plug, Yamaha, and you said, F that guy. I've unsubbed to him already. I'm done with this jerk off. That's what you said. That's what I said. He ruined my childhood in one foul swoop. Yeah, well, we'll see, Liz. I mean, the whole thing is just fascinating. What do I find fascinating? Way to diss Yamaha, says Jerry. Yamaha dissed me first. Oh, you just wait. I can't. Now, I saw another thing came across my screen here. Let me see here. We had this new piece that came out. Let's get to this one here. 266 of you fine folks here. 266 likes, I would hope. Let's go through this. This is a very important piece here that was filed. It says, Pussy's got claws. FL attorney accused of leading cult internet mob. Florida lawyer Doreen Turner Inkla is accused of moonlighting as Itty Bitty Kitty, a secret enforcer in YouTube Jeremy Hill's harassment cult. Now, this was written by Rick Lariviere and Volmet and Dick Lakeman. As you can see, this is it came out in 19th, it's been out for 24 hours. It's already got 3 Hardys. I mean, if you look at that, hey, Volstorm, how have I not put up with you disrespecting Yamaha, fair boy? He disrespected me, Volstorm. He didn't like my calendar pics, Volstorm. He's very, very mean to me over on Chizzy's show. Very mean, very mean. I love Yamaha. I love Yamaha. Well, let's see here. Now you can see this is a pretty good piece. I'll point this out here. Look, they already got 3 Hardys. That's pretty good. They got three hearts up there already. That's pretty good to get 3. It's because it's only been 24 hours. And they already got 3 and 4 reshares. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I mean, You're talking about a big time journalist here, Rick LaViera, Laraviere. Very, very good. Very, very good journalist. Very popular. Been around for a long time. Writes for Florida Gulf News. All right, there you go. And now, as you can see, apparently, itty bitty kitty, apparently is Doreen Turner and Killis. Okay. Now, this piece first appeared on Florida Gulf News by Rick LaRiviere. Okay. Also, Volmet wrote it, pretty good. And Dick Lickman, who also wrote it, who, as you can see, has no problem in the background there. You got Megan Fox there and Jeremy Hales with Hitler mustache. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Now, bear in mind, once again, this is Stacy Nat, one of her buddies. She appears on panel with this guy. That's Stacy Nat. Wonderful, wonderful person over there running the Mod Squad. Just putting friends, Nat. I'm just putting friends. Yeah, well, you're hanging out on a channel with this guy who shows this in disgusting pictures of my friend, Rosalind Duke. All right, disgusting pics. All right, guess what? Maybe I'll make the same of you, dummy. Is that what you would like? I think you'd have a problem with it. But apparently, this is your buddy. You want to pal around with Stacy and that. All right, you want to know why I have a problem with you? It's because you spend time on panel with this jackass. All right? All right, well, itty bitty kitty Muppet cult enforcer attorney Doreen Turner presents herself to be a responsible Florida lawyer, but behind the scenes, she's allegedly been living a double life as itty bitty kitty, a key foot soldier in the YouTube star Jeremy Hill's so-called Muppets cult. Have I not made this clear? This is not Jeremy Hill's Muppet cult. Okay, we did the Muppets over here. Rugu Mama made the Muppets happen. Stop it. Just stop it, Dick Lickman. That your stuff? That your stuff? Yeah, I know, Chucky. It does look AI generated, but that's because his entire life is AI generated. Taz says, Yamaha only told the truth, you dopey weirdo. Yamaha, he didn't tell the truth. He should have said how wonderful I looked and how wonderful a calendar, and that he secretly told me he wanted to buy 3 of them. Thank you, Taz. Thank you, Taz. I appreciate it. So now here's the guy who apparently was a sissy in prison and took it from everybody. All right, but he's going to continue to act like the tough guy over here. He's a tough guy. All right, but a protected source within the Hale's inner circle, fearful of retaliation, confirms that itty bitty kitty is Doreen Turner Inkless. Yeah, doubt it. In Hale's online world, the Muppets are an army of devoted harassers who attack Hale's targets in mass. They swarm critics with anonymous accounts, flaunting Muppet avatars and fake profiles. I'm not fake, jackass. I've given you my address. Bring it. I'm right here, all right? And even when your father, all right, Richard A. Luthman Sr., who puts out his disgusting motions with disgusting pics of my friends, guess what, jackass? Your father is a piece of garbage and sucks just as much as you do, all right? But yeah, Richard A. Luthman Sr. is a piece of crap, in my opinion. He sucks and he's garbage. All right, but hey, keep doing what you do, jerk face. So now Big Dummy, who took it hard in prison day after day after night after night after night. All right, big tough guy who took it hard and hard and hard and hard every single night and cried about it after he was taking it and taking it and taking it. Says, Anklets has been out as one of hell's most fervent enforcers, allegedly orchestrating these smear campaigns under the cutesy cat alias. The insider describes as unstable and power hungry, claiming her erratic behavior is fueled by alcohol, opiates, and unsatiable lust for influence, traits that make her the perfect acolyte for hell's unhinged crusades. Hey, Bethlefer, how are you? I'm sure the Yamaha banker and just J Hip are going to come to a peaceful resolution. I don't know. Maybe not. Her secret persona, itty bitty kitty, reflects a fixation on appearing doll-like and innocent, what the insider calls a case of body dysmorphia, even as she ruthlessly instigates abuse from behind a keyboard. Bizarre devotion to hell suggests she has fallen under his spell, say observers, transforming from officer of the court into a self-styled cancel culture vigilante. Doreen is Jeremy's secret weapon, the source says, describing how hell directs her to follow her fellow Muppets to dogpile enemies with vicious posts and even phony police reports. Let's talk about vicious posts, dummy. What about the motion that your shithole father issued? All right? And quite frankly, I hope he breaks the rest of his ribs, all right? I'm talking about your shithole father, Richard A. Luthman Sr., as far as I'm concerned. I seen the motion he filed. He's garbage, this former possible pharmacist or rug dealer. I don't know. I want to tell he tells the school. I didn't research it. All I know is claims he's a pharmacist or sold some rugs or I don't know. But it's got claws inside Hell's Cult Scream Muppet Mastermind, his hit squad. This guy's such a freaking sissy. I've never met a sissy bigger than Dick Lickman than I'm seeing right now. This guy is the biggest sissy in the world after taking it in prison over and over and over again, regularly, allegedly, according to him, over and over and over again, just willfully giving it up out of fear and stress and sadness and turmoil over and over and over again. Well, Jeremy Hell's YouTube known for his screaming rants and over-the-top antics. This term petty feuds into an internet blood sport, branding themselves an outlaw. Hells commands a cult-like mob he openly calls the Muppets, a group of internet maniacs he boasts of directing to harass enemies. Hey, Dick. Yep, Muppets right here, sir. Right here, sir. You know what he should do? Vet your shit. Investigative journalist, my ass. I didn't know anything. These followers acted as personal cancel culture hit squad, flooding targets with abuse, false accusation, and mass complaints to authorities at Hell's behest. Their tactics are relentless. In one case, Florida neighbors John Crook and LMNOP endured an astonishing bunch of visits from CPS after Hell's crew reportedly lodged frivolous claims against them. Journalist Volman calls it sadistic torture and stalking. I'm surprised you didn't say, Volman, Megan Fox's former best friend. Are we supposed to include that in brackets? Every time we mention Volman's name, we have to go, Megan Fox's former best friend. From the shittiest journalist on planet Earth who get 3 reads, actually 4, because I give them my read when I make fun of them and all of the idiotic stuff they say. I'll give you a read every day of the week, you dummies. All right, because you suck, you bunch of blowhards. You don't know anything. You can't do anything. You're paid harassers and agitators, and you suck. All right, you suck. All right, and quite frankly, all right, Dick Lickman, your father's a jackass too. Suck it. All right, Richard A. Luthman Sr., suck it. I don't care. I don't like you one bit. I don't care if you want a part of it. Your name was on it. There you go. Thank your son for that. Here you go. House exploits law enforcement as courts as weapons, dragging critics into courts with shams and lawsuits and even ensnaring. Ensnaring? Florida seniors in baseless litigation using knowingly fraudulent federal court filings and an act now under FBI scrutiny. I'm pretty sure J.D. Vance is looking into this as well with President Trump, right? Right? Wait, hang on. Just got a call. Hello, President Trump, are you looking into this? President, hold on. J.D. Vance, no, nobody's answering the phone. They don't give a shit. No. They don't give a shit. They don't. The court should toss it and sanction Hales and this scumbag lawyer. Now, let me be honest with you. I do know one felon. Oh, well, legal journalist Volman says of Hales. The dirtbag lawyer who needs his mom to help pay his bills because he doesn't have any money. You should try being successful, Volman. Try being successful. Give that a whirl. Have you ever seen these idiots even make a mild attempt at being successful? Do that, you dummies. Hill's own on-screen tirades give away his mindset during October live stream. He dared journalist Dick Lickman to show a difference with trial by combat. Actually, Lickman suggested trial by combat, and actually, Jeremy Hill said, "Bring it." Has he brought it? Of course he won't. All right, he's a sissy. I catch him probably having some technical issues. That's okay, Peculiar. I do the best I can. We don't hold anyone accountable. I always miscatch him too. But with a devilish sneer, Hales vowed not to refuse such a challenge and egged his followers. This is the chaos that Enkla signed up for. Under Hell's spell, she has leveraged her law license to lend an air of legitimacy to the mob's attack, writing legal threats, coordinating complaints, and amplifying Hell's wild allegations. All right, well, what started as YouTube drama has mutated into real-world repercussions. Repercussions? Thanks in no small part to Inkles? Behind-the-scenes machinations? I think it's supposed to be machinations. Machinations? Hang on. I gotta check that out. Machinations? Oh, no, that doesn't make any sense. Machinations? Oh, well, whatever. Well, he's got cause, and then he asked a bunch of questions, yada, yada, yada. Now, this came from, this is important here, folks. This came from Rick LaRiviere. And then, of course, he went ahead and copied the world on this and the universe. So the universe has been copied on these questions to Itty Bitty Kitty. Very important that we make sure that we get Itty Bitty Kitty involved in this. Do you understand the silliness here that we're all right now? I just want to make this clear. Dummy here is now making it very clear that he wants to involve Itty Bitty Kitty in whatever's going on here. Keep in mind, this email was sent to Itty Bitty Kitty. Am I the only one that finds this goofy? Am I the only one who finds this goofy that we're now talking about Itty Bitty Kitty? Trying here, kids. I'm trying. So they ask a bunch of questions, and then they didn't get a response, and then I don't know. Entanglement with Hales is an early controversial alliance. Your current beau and law partner, Randy the Pocket Rocket Shotgun, has a sort of history of his own, and observers wonder if Ankle's influence will lead him to ruin, just like her husband. I don't know. Now there's a dentist, yada, yada, yada. We got more stuff. Then it's asking more questions. Is she a man-eater? Lickman quipped about Inkles, noting how every man in her life seems to end up disgraced. Okay, Dr. Paul Ingalls, prominent until drug abuse destroyed him. He lost his medical license, yada, yada, DUI crash, more stuff. Now observe, yada, yada, yada. I'm not doing that. Nope. Backing out. And then he's going to start sharing a bunch of pictures of Randy's kids, his wife's kids, all that stuff. Good guy there. Good guy. Now, I want you to bear in mind, Stacy Knapp, Mod Squad, Flutta, all you people, keep in mind, this is the guy you hung out on panel with. This is your buddy. All right? Go enjoy him. Hang out with him. All right? But one day, if you pissed me off enough, Stacy Nat, don't get pissed off when someone puts out some nasty photo of you, all right, with a bunch of adult toys behind you and whatnot and telling you what you like. Don't get pissed off when that happens. All right? Stay on the side you're on. Keep supporting Dick Lickman. He's your buddy. Go support him. He's wonderful. He's your best friend. All right? But you sat on screen, and I've said this a million times because it actually does piss me off. You sat on screen with nasty photos of Rosalind Duke, my friend, all right, on Fleabag Stream. And you've done it more than once. And you didn't say a damn thing. You were comfortable with it. All right, you want to be comfortable with it? I'll make you comfortable if that's what you want to be. You know, in all honesty, I could never do that. I'm not a garbage human being. But the point is, the threat alone is what I want Stacy to understand. That it could happen to you, and thank God it won't. All right? Because it's disgusting. Dick Lickman's disgusting. His father's disgusting. Richard A. Luthman Sr. is disgusting. These are disgusting individuals based on the motions they file and what they put out there on their own Substacks, X-Posts, everything out from the Revenge Prawn with Megan Fox to Jeremy Hells. All right? Screw you people. All right? All of you. You're disgusting. All right? You are disgusting human beings for what you stand behind. And that goes the same for Ray Bonecrusher. Ray stands with Dick Lickman, his buddy. He thinks he's so funny and smart. Yeah, well, you're a good Christian, Ray Bonecrusher. You're a good guy. You're a good guy. All right? You deserve everything you get, quite frankly. I don't care. I've had it. Anyone who's friends with this dirtbag, all right, I'm not going to respect you. I'm going to make fun of you day after day after day after day. I don't care if you're talking about the case or not. I'm going to make fun of you every single freaking day. All right? As long as this is your buddy, I will stand up. I'm just caring about my friends, son. I'm just standing up for a friend. No, I'm standing up for friends who had nothing to do with any of this. All right? Didn't have anything to do with Dick Lickman. But all of a sudden wanted to bring people into a court case that had nothing to do with the court case. He did it because he's a jackass. All right? That's why he did it. He did it because he means nothing to anybody. He means something to me in terms of he's fodder for me to make fun of. I love making fun of these jackasses. All right? They're terrible, terrible people. I'll make fun of them every day. I love it. All right? But stop doing terrible stuff. And if you're going to follow terrible people, well, just consider you a casualty of the Just J Hip show. And now, just before we go on, I appreciate all of you fun folks. But let's have a little bit of a flea cap. What do you say? Are you ready for a little bit of flea cap? I don't know. Did I even get any likes today? Did I get a like today? I hope I got a like. I got any likes? You guys tell me. You tell me. Did I get any likes? I hope so. I tried hard. All right. We'll just hope so. And now we're going to do a little bit of a flea cap. We're going to do a flea cap. It's going to be pretty... We're going to do a flea cap. And we're going to cover the Fleabag show with flea cap. And it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful flea cap. I hope everybody enjoys it. Should be a good time. Should be a good time. Everyone should be able to enjoy a wonderful flea cap. A wonderful, wonderful flea cap is what we got going on here. Should be a good time. Please sit back and relax and enjoy flea cap. Thank you very much. Well, everybody, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. We got Red Bonecrusher here, Red Bonecrusher. Oh, welcome to the show. Ray Slobby's here, Stacy's here, Timmy's here. We got a full crowd here. Everybody's here. Should be good. Normally, Ray here. I can't find paper. Use this. Let's see. Trying to see. I can't see the comments. What you do, Ray? You're in private chat. Go ahead and hit comments next to the private chat. Trying to do that. Trying to hit the comments. Let's see. I'm out. I don't want to delete the stream. I don't want to do that. Hang on. Well, what you do is you're in the private chat, all right? Leave the private and just go to where it says regular comments. Looking at that over here. So I got that. Click that button. Let's see. Work it out here. And then I got, let's see, my notes. And then I'll click on this button. Let's see. Click on the 3 dots. Yeah, what you do, Ray? Click on the 3 dots, Ray. The 3 dots. It says edit name, edit avatar, edit mic settings, stop mic. Well, I don't want to do any of those. Ray, what you do? You click on, you're in the private, right? There's private chat, and then there's the comments. Click on the comments. I know. Well, I'm seeing your guys' comments right here in the private. Right here in the private. I'm seeing those. Let's see. Ray, what did you click on the 3 dots, Ray? The 3 dots, Ray. Okay, I'm clicking. Okay, edit name, avatar, mic. I don't want to click on any of those. Let's see. Oh wait, hang on. Let me see. I'm going to click on this one here. It says comments. I can see everything now. I can see. Oh, there it is. You have to click on the comments. Yeah, it's hard to understand, you know. Sometimes you gotta click on the you gotta click on the comments is what you have to do, right? You click on the comments. Yeah, I just figured that out. I just figured that out. Well, it's what we normally do here, right? Because it's Sunday Spunday, is we go over what happened over the last, Jeremy's last stream. So we'll get through it. Let's get through it now. Let me see here. I'll pull some stuff up here. Got my notes, took notes. Let me see here. It says, well, they came out. Now, George had a terrible wig on. Terrible. That was nice. Last week, I thought she had a cool wig on. But this time, awful wig. It's terrible wig. All right, then they come out and they're talking. And they're talking bad about everybody, of course. And then they continue on fat shaming. So the fat shaming everyone. And then they're telling us, bad stuff about us. I mean, he's a horrible person. He's a horrible person. And then on top of that, he goes off on a tangent. All right, now, one thing you may not know, Dick Lickman showed up in his chat and said, hey, Germ. Hey, Germ. You know what Germ did? He went freaking ballistic. Oh, my God. He went ballistic. He was like, you saw red in his eyes. He's like, oh, my God. Bring it, fatty. Bring it, fatty. Bring it, fatty. Then he went ballistic. He went ballistic, because, I tell you this much. Lickman's gotten under his skin over there. Lickman has gotten... Sorry if I have to hit the mute button a couple times. Got a little cough here, but... Lickman's gotten under his skin. He's scared of Lickman. Then he starts telling everybody that he's a master knife thrower. And he can throw knives, and he can hit the knives with the knives of the knives, and he can hit a knife into a knife, and he can't do any of that. Of course, Drum has claimed he's better at everything than everyone. And then, let's see, he starts talking about, here we go again. Starts talking about this sarcasm girl, Mrs. Irrelevant, not relevant to anything, but you're welcome. You're welcome. She would be completely unknown if it wasn't for me. If it wasn't for me, no one would know who this sarcasm is. And now, apparently, Germs mailing her a banana and put her signature on. If that doesn't sound weird and disgusting. Weird. What, you getting Star's signature on your banana? Gross. Sounds like two of you got a thing going on there. That's what it sounds like to me. Send that over to Stars and nobody. Mrs. Irrelevant. She's an idiot. She's over on that J-Hip show where, of course, they got a lot more subscribers than I do. They're bigger than me, but still, Mrs. Irrelevant. Over just hanging out on terrible shows, acting like she's something. She's nobody. She's irrelevant. But I don't care. Let's see what else is going on here. Well, then they got a pickle. They pulled the pickle out, and then he tried to put the pickle in George's mouth or something, like it's a microphone. It's disgusting, immature. He's an idiot. He's a moron. I've said this from day one. He's a moron. All right? Did you say moron? He is a moron. One thing I wanted to suggest here, is maybe we all spend 30 days not even talking about Jeremy Hills. Like if we all got together as a group and spent 30 days not talking about Jeremy Hills or Megan Fox or any of the others, they wouldn't have any fodder. They wouldn't be able to talk anymore. And that's what I was thinking, is we all could commit. And are all of you willing to commit right now to not talking about Jeremy Hells or any of these people for 30 days? Well, I can commit right now. I'll tell you one thing. I used to live with Cece, and Cece used to always tell me, if you can commit to 30 days of sobriety, you can commit to 30 days of anything. So what I was thinking is, what if we all, just to get a little break from Jeremy Hales and a little bit of recovery and sobriety, what if we all went to Vegas together for 30 days? I mean, that would be something, because if there's any way that you heal yourself from an addiction, you go to Vegas. Cece used to always tell me that, and I thought as a group, maybe we could all go to Vegas and we could all heal and get better. You know, I mean, that was my thought, but well, it's not my thought, but that's what Cece said. And so I did that when I was using a ton of rugs, because I used to live with Cece. I don't know if you know this. Yes, to live with Cece. Yeah, we had a 20,000 square foot house out there in California. 20,000? They don't even make them that big anymore, do they? Well, not anymore. I mean, that's pretty big. And he used to always tell me, if you're struggling with something, if you're going through a problem, go to Vegas and you can heal from your problem. And so that's what I've lived my life by that to this day. So I think taking 30 days off, easy for me. I don't talk about him anyways. I never talk about Jeremy Hells at all. I don't even come on a show 6 days a week where they discuss Jeremy Hells. No, I don't do that. No, I do my own thing. You know, I got the Gators and stuff like that. But no, I don't go on some, terrible show and discuss Jeremy Hill 6 days a week. I haven't got time for that. I'm too busy. For that. That's one of the things I was saying. So, all right, Robbie's committed. Who else is committed here? I'm committed too, that's for sure, because over on Mod Squad, we just like to play games and support our friends like Dick Lickman and you, Bonecrusher, and support my friend, Fleabag. Oh, Fleabag's so wonderful. I just support my friends over there. I just support my friends. Well, that's what we all do over here. Just saying. Now, the problem is, I would love to stop talking about Jeremy Hills, but Sunday Spunday is kind of a thing. Yeah, we have to do a Sunday Spunday. If we don't do Sunday Spunday, they're just going to continue lying about me. And lying and telling lies, and I have to be here to expose the truth. The truth. And I can't stop Sunday Spunday, but I was also thinking the other days of the week, talk about nothing else unless it's court related, like come from the court. But not talking about Jeremy Hales, not talking about Germ, not talking about Morgan, not talking about Tug, not talking about any of these people, not talking about this stupid sarcasm is completely irrelevant, or Georgie, coop, scoop, poop, scoop, coop, poop. Not talking about any of them. That was my plan. That's what I'm saying. Just saying. But on Sunday, Sunday Spunday, I think has to stick around. I can't stick around. I was saying, I could definitely stick around. You know what I mean? But I was just saying, it would be best for everyone if we just really focus on, you look at Randy Shockett and what it takes to file stuff like this. All right, and he's got bad character. You look at what he's been convicted of in passes. This is really, really bad character. It's just really bad character. And, that's what he presents himself with. And oh look, I see Dick Lickman's in the chat. Dick, I wish you could be on with us today. Let's talk later, buddy. Good God, Dick Lickman. What? He's scared, Dick Lickman. He's scared shitless of Dick Lickman, and then you got all these other people who don't vet their shit. One of the main things that they're concerned about is I have piles and piles and envelopes and folders of evidence. I can't wait to get in front of that judge. you get my ass in front of that judge with all my evidence, and the judge is going to be like, huh? 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 And then dismiss the whole thing and probably put German handcuffs, right? Because of my evidence. And I've shown it all. And I haven't shown everything, but I've shown it all. And then you got Elemental P. She's going to, like, what, Megan Fox? She says she's looking for, like, lawyers to sue me? Over what? Go right there and think. You have everything I have to do. I'll do a power, a little bit of food in my belly. Food in my belly. Food in my belly. That's what it takes. Sorry. I'm trying to swallow without choking on my food. I have some chicken skins here. But anyways, that's what it takes. They don't vet any of the shit, and they got all this evidence. And that's why they're afraid to pull me in. But then you look at what Dick Lickman did. I think that Dick Lickman, what he did, is Dick Lickman's just trying to pull in and show the judge this is a clown show. And that's why his father issued this filing, which is very, very smart. And that's the thing. A lot of people don't realize how smart that is his father is. Because, you know, when you're old, you have old friends who used to do law stuff probably. And they probably helped him write that out because, you know, he has old friends that were able to find out that, you know, there's nasty pics of these people and that Megan Fox. And, you know, Larry Foreman, he helped me set up my channel and helped me get some subs, but now he's taking them all away. And I've been thinking about monetizing. I'm looking at the analytics, and you know, but I look at Shockit, and one thing I can tell you is his Hercules heel. His Hercules heel is that he's driven by money, and that's his Hercules heel. I know I'm not saying that right. I know it's something else, but that's his Hercules heel, as I always say it. Yeah, it's his Hercules heel. Yeah, it makes sense. This is Hercules heel. And yeah, you should look at the analytics there, you know, Bonecrusher, because, you know, you should definitely look to monetize and make a lot of money off this show. Just like, you know, I don't make a ton of money over here. Right? Because I'm not in this for the money. I'm in it for the truth. I'm a warrior. And I'm in this for the damn truth. The truth, I tell you. That's what I'm here for. I'm not like Megan Fox or Tug. I don't need breadsticks. Breadsticks will come if people want to get breadsticks. All right? I'm not going to go ask for breadsticks. Let's give it breadsticks. I want to give breadsticks. Right? Either way, I don't care. The breadsticks cover the prizes and the shipping and the prizes and, well, I mean, the people pay for the shipping themselves, but mostly the prizes. And then, you know, I mean, that's the thing. But that's where Germany's going to continue to get exposed. And they want to shut me down. You can't shut me down. I'm not going anywhere. All right? Yeah, I am very committed, though. Sunday, Spunday, I'm always going to cover Germany houses. I'm going to debunk. That's what I do. I come out here, I debunk. And I expose the lies. And that's why I got all these folders of lies. And do you think when the jury sees the lies, all right? Let me give you an example. When I'm sitting on the stand talking, what do you think the jury's going to believe? Me? Jeremy Hales, this crazy lunatic who wants to fight Dick Lickman? All right? Who's afraid to, though. He's running like a coward. Who's afraid to. You think he's going to follow. the jury's going to look at me and be like, she's credible. I mean, she's about as credible as the teeth she has. Very credible. Very good. Very good. You know? And that's just one of the things I can always say. But, I'm going to continue to expose truth over here over and over and over and over again. That's what we're going to do. I got to end things tonight. I'm tired. 27 hours. How about 27? How about more like 5? Just 5. Just 5 hours. And we already got 15 super chat dollars. All right, you bunch of idiots. Stop saying 10. 15. All right. Well, have a good night, everybody. I hope everyone had a fun time over here on the show. Thank you, Red Bonecrusher, for being here. We appreciate it. Thank you. And thank you, everyone else who was completely silent throughout this entire stream. Stacey and, and Tammy, thank you for being completely silent throughout pretty much this entire stream. Yeah, well, we're just letting you get it all out there, Well, exactly. Exactly. Don't forget, pull them up. Yep, that'll show them. There you go. Folks, I don't have crickets here when I'm by myself. I really don't. But, I do the best I can. It was a good show last night. It was a good show. I encourage you all. Yeah, I know there was some nature talk, and we had to mow the lawn, and there was so much else going on. We might have to do a part 2 on Wednesday night if they don't give us something better tonight. My assumption is tonight we're not going to be talking about Jeremy Hills at all because we're taking 30 days off other than Sunday Spunday. So there's that going on. I'll leave you with that. Please hit that like. Please hit that subscribe. Please hit that share if you would. I will be back for members only tomorrow. We'll have more fun stuff that we'll share. Once again, it's members only. I will cover what the hell is for a very brief 10 minutes at best. If there's anything even worth my time mentioning, but at best, maybe 10 minutes of what the hell is what I cover. And then I move on to the rest of our wonderful, wonderful members only stream that we do. I appreciate you all popping on for me for this impromptu Monday morning of stupid, where the stupid people said more stupid stuff on their terrible, terrible show that I like to cover because I find them delightful. Sorry, Tanya. Let me make dog crawl. Your dog bark and get mad. Oh no. Have a great day, you fine folks. I'll try and catch you tonight in Tug's chat if I can, if I wake up in time. But I usually don't when I do a morning stream, but we'll see what happens. I love you all. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you tomorrow. But have a wonderful day and stay safe. And as we always say over here, all the best.
Hey, it's hip to BJ.